Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So if you're watching this video, this will be part 2 of 2 in this Sergino Dest Nelson Semedo comparison. In the previous video, I was talking about what Sergino Dest could bring in terms of the attacking output, but in this video, we are going to be talking about the defensive output. How much of an upgrade is Sergino Dest defensively compared to Nelson Semedo? Or is there even an upgrade in the first place? And that is what we are going to be talking about in this video. And the two traits that we are going to be talking about and focusing on for these two players is going to be the recoveries total and the loose ball duels. And I'm going to explain what these two are later in the video. So as for the recoveries total, it basically means that if the opposition headers the ball away from a corner kick, that defender is in charge to recover that ball and continue to attack the opposition. It's very simple. Recoveries is very self-explanatory. You are recovering the ball. You are trying to get that ball back into your possession. As for a Barcelona right back, it is in your duty to continue and recover these balls in order to get the maximum possession possible and continue to attack the opposition. And in result, we can have a better chance to create a goal scoring opportunity. So look, Sergino Dest is a right back that has been praised when it comes to him attacking into the final third. We know what he is capable of. But when it comes to a right back knowing how to defend, that right back needs to be at least decent if you do want to compete in top European football. And so when it comes to recoveries in Barcelona as a whole, throughout the whole squad, Barcelona is not one of the best in Europe. There are many other teams that are much better at recovering the ball, like Man City, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Bayern Munich. So we are certainly not one of the best. Bringing in a player like Sergino Dest can greatly improve that. So let's look at Nelson Semedo's stats first, and this is again going to be throughout the course of the 2019-2020 season. He has done a total of 230 recoveries, and 82 of them were on the opposition side, which is a total of 35.7%. And the reason why I do want to include how many of those recoveries were done on the opposition side is because that is where the recoveries count the most. You want to be able to do those recoveries in the opposition in order for you to convert a goal scoring opportunity, because the last thing you want to do is not recover the ball in the opposition's side and have them maintain possession. We do not want that. Barcelona does not want that. That is not what Barcelona is known for. And so as for Sergino Dest, he has done a total of 204 recoveries, with 66 of those recoveries being on the opposition side. And in total, he has had a total of 32.4% of those 204 recoveries being on the opposition side. And I'm going to show you guys an image of what exactly that looks like. We can see here that Sergino Dest is highly effective just above the line, which is a great thing to see, right? We want a right back that can recover the ball on his side. Now, for those of you guys who are wondering, why does Nelson Semedo have 230 recoveries while Dest has 204 recoveries? Is that a bad thing? Now, we must also take into account Nelson Semedo is a player that has played 3,074 minutes. As for Sergino Dest, he has played a total of 2,918 minutes. And so you can see the difference between those two players in terms of minutes, which I believe does correlate towards the amount of recoveries these right backs have done. But look, overall, I think that because we are seeing a 35.7% recoveries total in the opposition's box from Nelson Semedo, and as for Sergino Dest, we are seeing a total of 32.4% of those recoveries being in the opposition's box. I think that we are seeing something very similar with these two players. But I have to say that I am impressed with Dest, seeing that he's able to compete with a right back who is 26 years old, who is much more experienced than Sergino Dest. I'm really starting to see that Sergino Dest does have that great foundation in his game. His foundation is extremely strong, and he is only going to improve from here. And so now we are going to move on to the loose ball duels, and we are going to stick on this topic for a good minute, because I think that when it comes to talking about the loose ball duels, this is something that's extremely important when it comes to a right back defensive game. If you guys don't know what a loose ball is, it's basically when neither of the players, neither of the teams do have possession of the ball. It is literally just sitting there on the ground, and it will be up to one player from Barcelona and one player from the opposition to try and get that ball. It is a duel. So basically, it's always going to come down to a 1v1. And if we look at these two images here, we can see that Sergino Dest is a player that does like to put himself in these positions. He is no stranger when it comes to loose ball duels. This also tells us that Dest likes to be under pressure when he tries to win these loose ball duels, and that is greatly going to make a player like Sergino Dest stand out in the game. And looking at these two images, you can see that again, Sergino Dest is highly more involved in these type of plays, and this is extremely important, right? Because for Nelson Semedo, he has encountered 68 loose balls, and out of those 68 duels, he has won 25 of those. And to be very honest, as a right back in Europe, that is extremely decent. But this is why I am saying that as for Sergino Dest, this does really make a player like him stand out. Dest has encountered a total of 89 loose ball duels, and out of those 89, he has won a total of 33, which makes him much more evolved and much more effective in these plays. And so again, Dest is a player that does like to put himself in these situations. And seeing this image here, this is telling us three things. One, Sergino Dest likes to put himself in these duels in the opposition side, which is also telling us that he does like to press. He does want to win the ball in their side. Number two, the majority of the duels that he does lose, again, comes from the opposition. If the duels that he lost mainly came from his side around his own box, then we would have a problem. And number three, the majority of the duels that he has won is coming from his side, which makes him very dependable as a right back. And so here is the final conclusion of Sergino Dest. This is a player that is not afraid of a challenge. And look, seen at these images, does he have more losses when it comes to the duels? He does. But that is also telling us that Sergino Dest is a player that is very inexperienced. Sometimes he doesn't know when he should be participating in these duels. Again, he just likes to put himself out there. And at 19 years old, that is extremely understandable. I think that this is going to be learned in time. And with him learning this in time and seeing the same amount of frequency, we will be able to see much more duels won on that right side. And so yes, it's true. Dest does have his cons. He does have his pros, but in those cons, the only reason why he has that, it is because he is inexperienced. He's 19 years old. This is a young player, but this is also a player that does want to play for FC Barcelona. He does want to improve, and these stats here is showing it. We know that Dest is a player that is very well known for his attack, but that does not mean that his defensive output should be ignored. I think that there is work that needs to be done when it comes to his defensive side, and he will be able to do that in Barcelona. And just to give you guys a better idea on what type of right back Barcelona did sign, this is by no means a right back that is close to the level of Trent from Liverpool or a fullback like Alphonso Davies from Bayern Munich. But he is certainly an upgrade overall to Nelson Semedo. And that is how I'm going to end it. Since this is the part 2 of 2, I strongly do believe that Dest is already an upgrade of Nelson Semedo. There is areas that Dest does need to work on, and I have no doubts that Dest will be able to do that in this upcoming season. I think that this is one of the best signings Barcelona have made within these past 2 or 3 years, and hopefully we will be able to see the 25 million euros that Barcelona have paid for pay off in the end. Like I did say in my previous video, I am going to be saving these images and then later on make these exact same images and stats after this season of the 2020-2021 season is over, and then compare to see just how much he has improved his game with Barcelona. And that is going to go with many other players too. I'm also going to do one for Trincao, Pedri, Dembele, Ansu Fati, Araujo, and hopefully Todibo if he does stay. So that'll be it for today's Barcelona player analysis. I hope you guys do like this series. It was very fun to make. I hope I did give you guys better insights on what type of player Dest really is. Again, I'm very happy to see that Sergino Dest is finally a FC Barcelona player. I don't expect Sergino Dest to participate in the match against Sevilla, maybe the match after. And so I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.